I invited the hoes over, and this just pregnant with a bottle. Like, who invited her? She need to send her ass home right now.
Oh my God.
That's really bad.
That's selfish incarnate right there.
Yeah, she's so excited too.
Oh, good God. And holding the bottle too, like it's yours. I bet you she didn't even pay for it.
She
Oh, my
stole that
God.
bottle. That's like $160 tequila there.
As mom, how do you feel about women that drink during pregnancy?
I think it's completely selfish because, like, it should just be one of those things from experience. Like, the second you find out, like, that's it. Like, you should be able to, like, draw the line.
And everything.
Exactly. And, like, that's exactly what I did, and it's not hard at all.
You didn't even drink coffee.
No, I didn't. I didn't even have Red Bull. Oh, my God.
Yeah,
My
I know
first Red
energy
Bull.
drinks even.
Yeah, because, well, you're only able to have, like, 200 milligrams of caffeine when you're pregnant per day.
So
And
your
so
thing
I
was
was
like
just
Diet
resulting.
Coke.
Exactly. Diet Coke was my thing. But yeah, so that's just back what I was saying. It's so extremely selfish. And if you can't just like stop, like you're the problem.
Yeah, and that's bad. Like you said, I didn't even realize like how excited she was.
She's so happy.
Oh
Like,
my
shouldn't
God.
you be happy like the birth of your upcoming child?
Oh man.
But no.
Well, on that note, welcome to the CayVin Universe podcast. We appreciate you joining us. We promise you a special episode this week, or at least a topic episode. But I think the topic of this week is that we're actually maybe after 5 years figuring it out the format of our podcast. Because we actually we bought a whiteboard specifically for this podcast and our other wrestling podcast, the Jobber Circle Wrestling, that when we came up with an idea randomly, like how we always talk about ideas, how we always talk about things that we just come up between us.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, we got to write that down. So like, and even
We're
things that we didn't,
actually writing it down.
right, even things that we didn't discuss, it's like, oh, that's a little note. Like, yeah, they're not totally interesting topics, but just something that comes across the mind, like, oh, we got to write that down and talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
That's essentially what we're doing today. So again, thank you for joining us. And I mean, since we're getting in the spirit of the holidays, because people are already putting up their Christmas lights, Christmas tree. I always thought that was like a thing you did like after Thanksgiving, or at least on Thanksgiving. I think growing up, we would decorate the Christmas tree and put it up on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
That kind of symbolizes Thanksgiving is over, and then the next holiday is Christmas. But people are like doing that like super early now.
Yeah, it's like the transition. That was how it was like with me growing up too.
Right? I don't know why. I mean, are people just trying to forget Thanksgiving already? Like, just trying to skip past it? Just, I mean, I don't understand.
I feel like personally for me, like I can't even really get into the spirit until like after I eat turkey, you know?
Well, you're not in the spirit of Christmas until you eat some Christmas cookies. And in this case, did you hear about this whole thing that's going across TikTok with the Denmark cookies? They're the knockoff ones that are not actually made in Denmark. Now, the famous cookies that your grandma's had, in the tin, that usually it's more sewing utensils than it is cookies. But yeah, so there's this big thing about going across on TikTok, and it's just crazy how a viral TikTok can change something so much, because so they have the product of Denmark cookies, and the knockoff brand is actually not made in Denmark, but made in India. And there's been videos going around on how they're actually made in India. Let's see here.
Hear those sleigh bells ring-a-ting-a-ling-a-ring-a-ting-a-ling-a-ring. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with a Jew.
This is the closest one I could find in a time frame for the podcast, but there's whole crazy ones where it shows the whole manufacturing process of making those cookies. And I don't want this, and I know we have a lot of viewers and fans from India. We love you, India, so I don't want to make this bad propaganda on India. But Jesus, guys, what are y'all doing?
That's
And here's another perfect example. Here we have, I don't know I think that price is more for the tree than the cookies. I don't know what that price is, but it's just basically a whole display of these cookies that they can't get rid of, so they have them on sale. And it's because when you it's Danish style. You got to look out for that. You need the actual Danish cookie, not Danish style. Look at that. Made in India. So yeah, people are literally
highly disturbing.
Yes, check where your stuff is made, and apparently people don't want that there. And then here's like another thing. Sam's Club making sure we all know this is the product of Denmark. They have it on display.
It's like flipped.
I hope that
Wow.
sound is not copyrighted because I love it.
Just hear those sleigh bells ting-a-ling-a-ring-a-ting-a-ting-a-ling-a-too. Ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ding-a-dong. Come on, it's
That's like, yeah, they're advertising like we got the good stuff because I don't
Yes.
even know how that's like legal, I feel.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, again, love you, India, but what's going on there?
Oh,
What's going on there, guy?
Why the fuck?
Oh, that's something else. Yeah. So, yeah, that's getting you in the holiday spirit there. We were
Yeah,
gonna do this Halloween for our podcast,
that
or this
actually
Halloween, this Christmas. I don't know why I'm still stuck in
this
Marty
Christmas.
McFly over here, still stuck in the past.
Well,
But,
I don't know because you're kind of jumping ahead because we're still supposed to do a Thanksgiving episode.
Are we doing? We were watching Rick and Morty the other day. We just had it on randomly. I realized that Rick and Morty did a couple Thanksgiving episodes. Is there any other shows that do Thanksgiving specials or
Mm,
episodes?
Besides, like, I know Brooklyn Nine-Nine for sure, because I know there's like a couple of like iconic Brooklyn Nine-Nine episodes.
Yes. Yep. Yeah,
Other
funny
th-
ones, great ones.
Other than that, like, okay, so like shows like The Office, they never did one for
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. It was weird. It was like they
And
completely
their
skipped
Halloween
over.
ones, as we talked about before, are always weird, and they cut
Yeah.
one. And yeah, if you guys know of any Thanksgiving episodes or Thanksgiving shows that have episodes, let us know, and we'll watch it. So
Well, I recently just finished binging The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
the Mormon whores.
Yeah, I know that's what you call them. That's funny that you say that because like you have like your own thing that you just like just to be funny, like just make fun. But I saw this whole like TikTok trend where people were screenshotting like I guess it's like a known thing that husbands will like be like, oh, like let's watch those Mormon bitches or like
Mormon broads.
Mormon
yeah.
broads. Yeah, I saw that one too. So it's like a whole thing. So yours just happens to be Mormon whore. It's nothing in
Sorry,
particular.
yeah.
It's just something just
No,
funny.
no hate. Yeah, no hate. But
Yeah, but no, I just finished binging that, and I mean, I don't really. It wasn't like my favorite. It's just like yeah, it just shows that if any of this is real, I know some of it tends to be a little bit like dramatized.
Oh yeah, reality
Uh,
TV.
Exactly.
Self.
But I feel like for the most part, it still shows as like a super toxic like friendship group that I hope never finds me because it's just really toxic. And I watch it because it's entertaining, but also it like makes me mad. So
From the outside looking in, it's kind of a lot of selfish people that kind of want their cake and eat it too.
yeah.
But
Yeah, I know like I will like come to you and explain like who everybody is. I just explain it after the fact.
Yeah, because I don't watch I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't really like to. I can't sit down and watch movies. It's hard. We have to have specific movie nights because it's just I don't know. It's maybe my brain, my ADHD brain, but it's just hard for me to get into shows these days or sit down and watch a movie. I just have literally on podcast 24/7.
Yeah.
Lately I've been going back and watching like old wrestling matches because podcasts are just like there's not a lot of good podcasts now. That's why you need to subscribe to the CayVin Universe. Hit that subscribe button. But yeah, so you keep me updated, and I guess I just have a wild imagination. Like there's even things of shows like you'll just describe what happened, and I just make up my own.
You can picture it.
I can just picture it and be like, oh yeah, I totally watched that show because you
Yeah.
just told me everything that happened, and I
Yeah.
just envisioned it. It's weird, but yeah, what was the whole point?
Yeah, just that I was
What's
just
your name?
watching. I was watching.
Remember Joey Diaz when he had a
Oh my
guest?
god, yes.
Yeah, you need to watch. Speaking of any good podcast, the good podcast out there is The Church and What's Happening Now. You need to go watch that. There was one episode where Joey Diaz forgot his guest name. He's like, "I'm here with my girl. What's your name?"
Uncle Joey with my girl here. What's your name?
Catherine Narducci.
Lorraine Bracco.
No. It's I'm too
It's
high.
Catherine Narducci,
Narducci.
motherfucker.
I know, the fucking edible hit me.
Yeah, that is like Joey Diaz core.
That's like stuff I can appreciate because I can never do that. I would feel totally like
yes.
shit.
Yes.
And some people are just like, yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Anyway, back to Mormon Wives. What do you think of the show?
No, just like I was saying, like it's just that it just really didn't surprise me. It's just it's just toxic. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I really don't know. There's supposed to be a reunion episode, so I guess we can check in after the reunion because I'll definitely be tuning in for that.
Yeah, and then wasn't there one that she's on Dancing with the Stars and
2 of them were on Dancing with the Stars.
really? And then
but one of them only did it for clout.
Yes, and that they got immediately eliminated after that
the
aired.
week that the series or the season premiered last week. Whitney was just sent home from Dancing with the Stars. I think she knew. You can kind of tell during like the elimination at the end. She kind of had that look in her face that she kind of knew. But I mean, you dig your own grave. A lot of people say that the Whitney hate is forced, but I feel like she brings it on herself. So.
Oh wow. Remember when we were driving and we passed the nail salon that had like 2 separate buildings? And we were like, what was that for? Like, why does the nail salon have 2 separate buildings? And
because it was like one was like the name and then one was like the name and then it was like plus or something.
Yes,
it was like
plus.
express or something.
So we literally, this is how our like conversations go. We drive by this nail salon. I'm like, why do they have 2 buildings? I was like, oh, is one for the wives and one for the husbands. And then we came up with the most ingenious business idea.
As a woman, it's pretty genius.
Yes, the best business idea ever. You have a nail salon broken up just like how that one we saw. There was 2 buildings, and you have the nail salon and the nail salon plus. The nail salon plus is a massage parlor where the wives go and get their nails done, and then the husbands, they get a massage, they relieve tension, they get a happy ending. And bada bing, bada boom. I mean, you got, can you imagine? Husbands will literally be taking their wives to go get their nails done every week, probably multiple times a week. Be like, hey, babe, I think it's time to get your nails done again because the guys would be so, like.
Because I would say on average, like a woman's like nail set should last at least like minimum 1 to 2 weeks. So.
Can you imagine? Be like, hey, babe, after 3 days, like, hey, babe, I think you need a fill.
Not after 3 days. That's like very excessive. But like, I mean, ladies, just think about it. Like, your husband will never forget. Like, that's like a common thing. Husbands aren't gonna remember like, oh, do you need a fill? Like, you know, whatever. But that's what I mean. Like in a scenario like that, they will remember.
Oh,
so it's like kind of like it's a double-edged sword.
No, yeah,
but it's genius.
It's jokingly genius. Yes. Yeah, we're kidding, people. Come on,
just
comedy,
just jokes,
just jokes. Comedy. No, but that would be a genius idea. Other than that, what else were you want to got? Munster and FLRT. You hear about this? Or you?
I heard about
this.
Did
you
I
buy
told
it or you told me.
I didn't. It's not even. It's not a real thing. I just saw a picture. But literally, so as you know, like the energy drink game is kind of stepping up. You know, Red Balls. Red Balls. Red Balls.
That's my favorite. Is that your favorite energy drink? Is Red Balls.
Red Bulls have like their premium flavors and they're sugar free, and then Alani is kind of like taking over the energy drink game. So Monster, which I've always wondered, you know, they try and make like their pretty cans and stuff, but they're actually coming out with like a more like female driven energy drink, and I'm not mad about it. It's not like to be like women and men type thing. It's just I think it's actually cool. So it's gonna be called FLRT, FLRT, and it's gonna be available in a variety of 4 flavors, and I'm excited to try it. What do you think?
I think that, Monster has been falling behind on innovation and new products. And they just started realizing that, oh, shit, all these other companies are basically dominating the female market. And we can't compete with that because our brand is like, oh, we're Monster, X Games, Kyle, all that, punching holes in sheetrocks. So they were like, oh, man, we need to come out with a energy drink that's focused on females. What are we going to call it? And that's the most Monster dude name that you can come up with. It's like, hey, guys, we're here at Monster. What are we going to call our female energy drink? I don't know. What do females do? I don't know. They flirt? Oh, yes, let's call it FLRT. Like, that is the most Monster name you can come up with for an energy drink is FLRT.
Yes. I mean, I don't understand why they abbreviated it. I guess I don't know if there was like
just to come up with their own copyright trademark name.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Looks more like fart than FLRT. There you go. Get the new Monster drink, Fart. Designed for women.
Oh my god! I totally see it now. Oh my god! But I don't know when these are gonna be available. I don't know. I would say this is going to be really big competition with Alani. I feel like Alani New is more girly.
No. What, go ahead?
I just tried the new, or it's not new. It was It's a new can. That's what it is. But same flavor, Winter Wonderland. I tried that today. And it was pretty all right. It was very cranberry-ish, but
It took me when I drank that Alani Winter Wonderland. It took me there for 2 seconds. I saw it.
you went to the North
I saw
Pole.
the gumdrop roof drop. The gun.
Gumdrop rooftop.
Hold on, let me start that again. Yeah, no, that Alani Winter Wonderland was good. When I tasted it, it took me there for a couple seconds. I saw the gumdrop rooftops, the cotton candy.
In the North Pole.
Yes, I saw all the cotton candy windows.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that was pretty good.
I can't wait to do a gingerbread house this year.
Yeah, no, Monster, because when you wouldn't believe looking at me now, but I was a personal trainer and I guess a micro fitness influencer many years ago, and I would reach out to companies, get sponsorships, get free products, blah blah blah. I reached out to Monster and I told them like, hey, like this is me, it's my Instagram following, whatever, blah. This is back when you could get a decent deal from like 3,000 Instagram followers.
Oh God, yeah,
But,
not nowadays.
Not nowadays. Yeah, this is back when this was like the whole thing was first starting out. And I reached out to Monster and they're like, no, like we don't sponsor any type of fitness or nothing. Our things is about like skateboarding and like X Games and motocross. And then like a year later they came out with Monster Muscle. And it's like,
oh,
they came out with their own fucking protein drink, which obviously flopped. That's why you don't see it anywhere. So fuck you. But sorry.
No, that's a good fuck you.
But anyway, I don't know. This is a short episode.
Yeah, well,
We have
you
anything
didn't do
else
the
to talk about?
Atlas, you didn't do the minimalists, you didn't do food influencers.
Go down. We have a list of things we have to talk about, but like some things, like oh my god, we have a giant list. But like some things is like, do we really want to talk about that? Like go down, like let's just fucking give it all away. Go up. So what do we want to talk about? Go up. We're just gonna like we're not gonna talk about these topics. We're gonna list them off. So you see, if you're listening right now, you need to comment. You need to tell us what we should have talked about. 3i Atlas update. We're not talking about that. Minimalist phone / food life. I don't even know what that is. We're not talking about that. MXC, that old show on Spike TV, that was a good one. Food influencers, we're not talking about that. Brands commenting, okay, that's one thing. When brands are Clorox and Chili's and stuff, they try to comment on viral videos to make themselves more seen. It's like, hey, how about you focus on making your better? All right, how about you actually read your inbox, you read your negative comments and make your product better. Stop trying to make a viral comment. Chili's, Clorox, Walmart, all these other brands. If you're a company, you want to make a viral comment on this video. But you other than that, shut your mouth. Anyway, what else we got? Scroll down. We got 100-year-old light bulb. Yes, back then they used to make light bulbs last 100 years, but then they realized that, oh, hey, if we make light bulbs last 100 years, we can't actually sell light bulbs. So let's actually make light bulbs that are designed to die in weeks or months, so that way we can sell more light bulbs. If you don't believe me, there's actually a museum that's had a light bulb that's been running since the 1800s. Anyway, AI episode. Okay, we're gonna do that eventually. School food around the world. Yeah, I do want to dive in on that. See, these are more like the topic episodes. We need to dive in on school food around the world. Terrifying theories about death. Oh, okay, we're gonna have a whole death episode about theories and. Yeah, that's something.
That was like a perfect Halloween episode.
Well, we should have did it. That's something that keeps me up at night, and I have so many theories about it. And like, if I had a giant whiteboard that was the size of a room, I could fill it all up with crazy writings and things, and this arrows that point to this and this and this, which I will have one day in my office. But okay, so. Simulation theory, we're going to do an episode about that. British versus other worlds throughout history. Yeah, the British that colonized half the world lived worse than half the world, and they won't dare to call everyone else peasants. But we'll talk about that. Women at Disney. Oh, yeah, that was a clip. Oh, I think we have a clip about that. Yeah, where's it at? Oh, shit. So this is a crazy thing that Disney does is if somebody were to pass or have some kind of stroke, heart attack, anything at their park, they will actually put them in something I didn't even know existed called a Lucas machine.
Jesus.
And what that does is keeps the heart pumping enough to where you're off the premises and at the hospital before they can pronounce you dead. And they specifically do this just so no one is ever really pronounced at Disney.
That's like
That's sketchy. Disney's always done some sketchy.
That honestly really is sketchy because like it's like kind of like playing with like death in a way.
Well, it's just like that old theory. Like, do you know the whole Frozen movie was made because because of Google searches, because they didn't want, when you typed in Frozen Disney, to type in they didn't want it to bring up all the theories about Walt Disney, how he froze himself. You know, theories since I was a kid, how he froze himself and he's under Cinderella's castle and he's waiting for one day where his cancer can be cured, and then they're going to unfreeze him and cure him. So they actually made the Frozen movie to throw off those kind of searches. And there's just like many. That's not even that. That's just the tip of the iceberg. There's many shady Disney conspiracies you can go into, which is actually, that's a whole episode on its own we need to do.
Yeah. And you know what? I actually wonder if you put Frozen Walt Disney, if it will change anything.
Interesting. The Curie Frozen Walt Disney can refer to the popular false. Oh, see, it brings it up.
It
Walt
does.
Disney's body being chronologically frozen, or popular animated film Frozen
It's
from
like,
Walt
are you
Disney
sure
Studios.
you don't mean
yeah,
this?
see, it's literally like, are you sure you don't mean Frozen, the movie?
Wow.
Wow, that's
They're
crazy.
trying to pull a fast one on you.
Yeah, see, and then we have a whole nother, like a whole page of stuff too, but I don't even want to. Yeah, we'll save that. Like I was already realized that like we're getting into some good stuff here.
Yeah. We really need to we literally will like have like get ready for the episode and like, oh, we're writing all this. All we have to do is look at this. And
Yes, and yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure this is more enjoyable than us just like, no, what do we got to talk about? Oh man, we'll end
No,
on this.
for
Why
real.
are people still calling me in 2025? All right.
Oh.
Like, literally, it's 2025. Send me a text. The only people I should be talking to is my family. Like, you know, my brothers, sisters,
Yeah.
cousins, like anyone in my family, you know, and nieces, uncles, aunts. Like, like if you're all watching, I don't mind talking to you on the phone. But if
Yeah.
you're not in my family, you should not be calling me in
Yeah.
2021. We have neighbors and stuff that want to be, you know, needing me for this, that, want to be calling and stuff. And I'm like, no, like, send a text, okay? I'd rather you send a pigeon than to call me in 2025, okay? I do not like talking on the phone, okay? I'm an introvert. Why
Yeah.
can't you understand that? Do not call me. If you try to call me and I don't answer and I immediately text you what's up or hey, everything okay? Like what's going on? That means don't call me back. Because there's people that do that. And I'm like, take
Yeah.
the hint. Like I said, send me a freaking crow with a freaking letter attached to his leg. Do not call me
Send me a
unless you are my
snail mail.
family.
Yeah. No, that's honestly that's like a big problem. Oh man.
Anyway,
Jesus.
how long we been going for?
I don't know how long we've been going because how long did we like we were like
We were
Farting
fucking
around.
Yeah, farting around.
we were farting around for like 8 minutes. 8 to
Yeah.
10 minutes.
All right. Well, on that note, you know, this is actually good on its own. I mean, we're actually doing, and we actually did an episode and are coming out with an episode a week later versus
Yeah.
doing an episode and coming out with another episode 3 weeks later. So there you go. We're trying to get better. We're trying to improve. The New Year's coming up. We got, oh man, we got less than a month and a half before the New Year's. Time to get things right, people. It's time to lock in right now. What are you gonna do? What
Yeah.
is your goal? What do you need to work on?
Yeah.
Write it down, envision it, plan it out. You can't just say it and then you're gonna forget or you're not really gonna stay on top of it. Write it down, make a note, make freaking markers on the calendar for next year where you should be at a certain point. Like,
Yeah.
now's the time to lock in. I'm really talking to myself here because
I
I've
was
been
like, wow, it's so motivational today.
yeah, and I need it the most because I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is I just love, you know, being a dad. So I'm just trying to do the best I can with that. But I other than being me personally as a human, I have no idea what I'm doing. So now's the time to figure it out and lock in. And yeah, let's go. Let's get the
lock
new
it
year
in.
going. That's right, baby. They're in our music. We love you guys. Talk to you later.
Bye.